of CC in game 1 in the top lane against Spelts. Perfect layering as well, perfect timing, even Ash Arrow connecting just in time as they went for the engage. Interesting Janna ban here as well as the Yuumi. Since they have seen the Zeri being picked up already, they kind of have an inkling that this is going to be like amplified even more with those supports.
Yeah, I do remember Arthos having a really mean Janna before. And he is one of those players are really effective as well on the enchanters. And that could have just been a very targeted ban against him, seeing that there is a Zeri, Arthos knowing him as a very good enchanter player, denying some of those choices. Now I'm thinking about if that is the direction that Fennel wants to go to. If they want to go for more enchanter, Lulu is still on the table.
They picked Nautilus. They're going to be focusing more on the pick potential here of Fennel, and they do. But I'm also interested to see if Alistar would have been a great option too. But Jhin? Whoa! Is this going to be like Zeri in the mid lane and then Jhin for Danny and then just go wild on the damage here against KT.RY? That's going to be amazing. I want to see this getting locked in.
I mean, I also want to see a Jhin, but now in my head it's like, why are you picking two squishy marksmen that likes to play the far side of fights, spacing themselves out against the enemy team, against a Kha'Zix, and also now a Kassadin being picked up by Luna? It seems like it feels counterproductive right now for the side of Fennel.
Becomes problematic now, right? Especially with this Kassadin, and you also have Fiora, Gragas. It's going to be very difficult to catch the Ezreal for sure, even for this Zeri and Jhin. So now bigger pressure awaits Fennel, in which they have to dictate early game hard. Yeah. That puts more pressure on Chaz as well, because he's going to be key on that. Orthros as well, to give space, give opportunities for Helios and Danny to just rise up to the occasion.
Yeah, and I want to be proven wrong right now by Fennel. I want this composition to work because I do love seeing Jhin in the game. Jhin is one of the most unique marksman that we have, only having 4 bullets, and having that 4th bullet being the hardest hitting one is absolutely something that I love seeing. It feels so satisfying to see that.
Oh yeah.
And I do want to see this work. I just have a couple of doubts because of the composition right now that KT roster has. The Kassadin and the Kha'Zix might just be able to pick off the 2 marksmen that Fennel is fielding here.
I remember, maining Jhin before, spamming it so many times when it got released in the PC version back in 2016. And it was the time where we had armor penetration instead of lethality in the PC version as well. And you have like massive damage. You can just 2-hit people or 3-hit. But now, there's going to be lots of hit being thrown out here by both Fennel and KT.RY. So Rotella's taking too much damage. Might need to be very careful, but here it comes. Luna as well joining them. Spells is going to be in trouble this time around, but is able to flash away. Able to avoid death, at least. Not a first blood for KT.RY.
Yeah, not a first blood. Both top laners expending their flashes. So that's going to be a flashpoint for these junglers. Although they're both starting on their respective top sides of their map, it doesn't feel like it's going to be an immediate gank on the top side. But we do see as well in the mid lane, we know that Kassadin loves to go against like mages, and now it's going to go against a marksman, which feels like a bad matchup for him.
Wow, 46% damage. I believe that's the highest so far that we have seen. Because the highest we have seen is the match of FPX versus KBG. It was Kong on the side that dealt 44% damage.
Oh, wow.
So I'm just going to be going back on the stats later on the raw damage. Because the highest is 50,000.
I remember seeing earlier Ziggs dealt around like 32k. But because Chaz deals, the Ziggs deals a lot of AoE damage, right? A lot of AoE, a lot of poke as well. I think Chaz knows that there was a ward placed here by KT.RY, and he's trying to time it out for the invade. But actually, the Kha'Zix is already there, so won't be able to time it out. Might be spotting the Kha'Zix in the blue buff.
Even though they're all gonna be flacking away, and this blue buff being taken. Unfortunately, Chaz just says thank you for the leash.
Yeah, and that's a good read right there. from Chaz, knowing the speed of clear of the Kha'Zix. As we mentioned, he is the Kha'Zix. He knows the champion so well. So he probably betted on the fact that it's going to be a full clear from the Kha'Zix and he has a faster clear time as an Evelyn. So when he got there, had the level 4, he was still able to steal it with the smite, and that's amazing. That's a good play right there coming from Chaz.
Let's see what plays more are we going to be seeing here on the side of Fennel. And also how KT.RY is going to be responding to the small skirmishes of Fennel. Chaz in particular on that steal. Now Daw is on the top side. Will be spotted by the ward there of spells. Will not interfere for the meantime. Just some information being gathered and collected here by Fennel.
Yeah, information being gathered by Chaz. Topside gap.
They commit. There's a charm. But Rattel, I think, still will be able to back away. He is very tanky and was able to repulse some of the damage of spells. With Daw in the vicinity, that's too risky, to be honest.
Yeah, I also think Chaz didn't have the breakpoint yet to be able to cast ultimate bot lane though, Arthos.
A little bit off on the cast, but still able to isolate Arthros. Now Danny might actually be in trouble unless they do get the kill onto the edge, and Arthros saves himself with his own shield. Oof, that was close.
Yeah, and on the top side, it was a double dip right there from Chaz. He went back for the low Fiora, who probably overstayed in the lane. Look at the replay right here. We're gonna see the top side. Chaz was still there, capping the top side, able to get the kill with the ultimate, and also barrier being popped right there for spell so that he doesn't die to the turret.
Yeah, perfect timing on the last caress as well, right? Spells, perfect timing on the barrier. Now Arthros being perfect time to just visit in the mid lane, prevent Luna from damaging him, allowing Helios to just get another plate here, increasing the goal lead of Fennel to now 1,000 against KT.RY. Now Spells might still struggle against a Fiora. It's still just early game, but Chaz now going here might actually be timing his engage. Rattel needs to be very careful. No more flash. Grand Challenge is going to be used, but Chaz's influence is just massive. Back-to-back ganks, back-to-back kill.
Yeah, he's putting a tent right there at the top side. The jungler Chaz takes gets 2 kills for his team in there, and this has given him a lot of pressure top side. About to take 2 plates as well. 4.5 minutes. We're gonna see the objectives come up. If they're able to get the Herald, they can choose between getting either the mid or the top side turret.
Yeah, we just mentioned the gold lead of Fennel was just 1,000 after the series of events a while ago, but that would increase, tripling the amount as well, almost at least. But man, Fennel has been very clean in this early game, but we saw this as well during game number 1. They need to be very careful. Danny's still able to flash away. That was close, but cask already used by Zero.
Yeah, unfortunate for Zero right there, not accurately predicting or getting the distance for the body slam flash, not hitting Danny. That's why he was able to have enough time to dodge the cast right there with a flash of his own. But on the map right now, it seems like Fennel will be prioritizing this dragon, and the Herald has not been started yet by KT.RY. They just started it. If Fennel can defend this, they can still challenge this Herald.
Let's see. They're gonna be able to challenge it. Spells is starting it off. The dragon has been taken already by
Orthros
the Herald is also stolen by Orthros! Oh man, so unfortunate here for KT.RY. Now Chaz is gonna be visiting Zero, just staying high, just staying by. Zero has no way to escape. The last caress will caress his life away.
Yeah, great play right there from Fennel. I love the adjustment that they're doing in this game too, but we're talking more about that. Chaz going to top side.
Rattel, again, the tent is just there, not only for Chaz, but also for Orthros, and there's no way for this Fiora to just stay alive. Back-to-back ganks, and now they even take the turret.
Yeah, it's 3 deaths, at least in the lane for the Fiora. Has been getting ganked right there repeatedly. But going back to my point earlier on, although, wait a minute, if Helios stays here, he might be in danger. No, Daw spotted on the ward, but Zero might be wanting more.
See, if they do get more, like, it's not going to be the case for the meantime. But 3 members of Fennel actually had so much on gold compared to their counterparts. And KT.RY, they need to step up in order to match it all up. Because Fennel is starting to be online, starting to be unstoppable here.
Yeah, and I love the adjustment as we mentioned earlier. Fennel is not sleeping on any play. They're being very, very proactive, and that has gifted them this lead. 4K gold. They're also looking at the dive here in the bot lane.
He will commit. It's gonna be the charm invested already on Zero just to shove him back. He will get the turret unless the wave actually was cleared up here by Luna. Good job by KT.RY. Fennel will need to send out more if they do want to secure the tower. But mid lane being pushed here by Acrobat. Spell is just interrupting. Does need to use a counter strike in a short while. Grand challenge gonna be used. Spell still is able to stay alive. Repel already launched, but Acrobat is gonna get taken down, unable to save his friend. And Fennel again getting a kill.
That feels very unfair, right? I saw Chaz slowly just waiting for the Ezreal to use his arcane shift, but Ezreal was also waiting for the Evelyn to pop up, and when the charm was fully ripened on top of him, he was already beside him. I was able to just immediately charm him, burst him down, not even letting that Ezreal get any opportunity to escape.
Oh man, it is a struggle right now for KT.RY. Fennel just dictating this game fully, uncontrollably, uncontestedly by KT.RY. And now they even are prepping up, possibly for the next round. Does stock in spells, but will not spot them at all.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
unfortunate, yeah. But KT.RY trying, just trying to look for maybe a gank here at the top side. But I also want to go back to your point earlier, Giyak, where Fennel needs to win the early game so that the Kazakhs can't do anything to their marksman, and that's exactly what Fennel is doing right now. And we're seeing Danny and Helios not being scared of the potential assassination from anyone. Although Luna looking for the potential assassination.
It's not yet time for this Kassadin. Is down so much gold as well, and Helios recognizes that as well. He'll be able to fight back whenever this Kassadin commits. So it just falls back here on Luna. Is just gonna be farming up, but is now getting caught by Chaz. Lascaris will not connect this time around. Orcus as well will be backing away.
Yeah, that would have been a good timing as well for Fennel. If they were able to pick off the Kassadin, they could have gotten more vision control towards the bot side of the map and secure the dragon. But with that, just a lot of damage on the Kassadin, this will just give them a bit more lane pressure in the bot lane, not being able to put more deep wards as well as deep vision into the blue side jungle.
Let's see what's going to be the plan here of KT.RY, because they are down so much already. And it's so far a clean game by Fennel. Again, the towers, the takedowns, objectives as well. Everything is being layered out perfectly by Fennel. We have a ward here in the bottom side river. I don't think KT.RY will actually commit anything here. Soul point again for Fennel.
Yeah. I think that was an unfortunate roll of the dice for KT.RY. They tried to risk and thinking that he might put more members, Fennel putting more members into the dragon, expecting that Fennel is expecting KT.RY to challenge, but instead what KT.RY did, what Fennel did is just to put the optimal number, which is the Zeri and the Evelyn to start out the dragon, not even and putting more members into the top side, which really stopped them from going for a possible dive or possible kill there. Unfortunately for KT.RY, that risk or that bet didn't really pan in their favor.
Oh yeah, Fennel definitely has everything in their favor right now though. 6.5 at 11 minutes, soul point already. Absolute control in every part of the map. The Fiora being denied split push as well, as Luna being denied some of the resources. Man, everything is in check here for Fennel. Absolutely clean. KT.RY is being forced to be kind of reactive here. Just reacting to the movements of Fennel, just squeezing around on the spaces that are not being taken over here by Fennel.
Yeah, and now Chaz is free to look for any target that he wants. He has a Death Cap, he has a Lich Bane. It's pretty damn strong right now.
The parry not gonna do work here as the Lascaris will still hit. And Fennel again with a kill.
Yeah. Chaz, as I mentioned, it was really strong. Has it at cap, has the Lich Bane. This Baron just came up. They all saw, all KT rollers saw that Fennel is right here. They're immediately taken down. I'm not sure if Daw can reach this in time.
Let's see. Baron getting low. Zera's gonna be here using the gas already. Daw going in! No steal this time around. Has to flash away. Zera as well gonna be left here. Unless he does flash, he does. Danny though will not continue, will not push anymore. They got the objective and they will be happy with that as well. But Luna going in. Danny had to flash just to be safe. Still an objective. Cleanly taken here by Fennel.
Yeah, flash and exhaust burn right there by Danny to stop the Kassadin. If he wasn't exhausted right there, he might have gone for a chase because it would have been more damage. Right now, KT.RY trying to get as much as they can. They're looking to take down this top lane turret, but Spells is already here with Baron buff up minions. I don't think KT.RY has any power to be able to take this down. While you see on the map right now, Fennel is barreling down that mid lane with 2 marksmen. These turrets are just gonna fall so fast.
It's gonna melt. And now they take mid tier 2. Fennel wanting to take more. Top side can be next here on the menu. KT.RY, I don't think they have the resources to actually contest it. They're setting up a death ward, a death brush rather. Curtain Call is going to be used here to catch Acrobat, unable to land 3 of those, only land 1. That's going to be used onto Danny. He might actually be able to set things up. Orthros getting low, has to pop in the stasis alongside with that, but the backline now is getting breached here by Spells. And the damage just too much! The last caress onto 2! Double kill by Chaz, and now even the inhibitor in the top lane is being pushed. Again, no kills so far for KT.RY. They might actually secure the first this time around, but Fennel going back to perfect timing. And again, it's still just amazing plays here from Fennel.
Yeah, it's just very cold, calculated plays right now from Fennel. It all started with Chaz getting that early game lead, camping the top side, getting the kills, enabling his team to be able to move across the map. And now Fennel is reaping those rewards with a plus 3,700 Baron power play, even taking the inhibitor turret in mid lane and top side. And this is all really thanks to the strong early game of Fennel. And now that I think about it, right, there's really a lot of scaling on the side of KT.RY, and I don't think they have enough time to make use of the scaling champs that they have.
Yeah. It's just too much lead that Fennel already has gotten in this game. Almost 10,000 in fact on scaling champions as well. This Zeri scales up, this Jack scales up, this Evelyn kind of falls off a little bit, but on the screen members here of KT.RY doesn't matter at all. And now a soul gets secured. They will have additional shield since it is a mounting soul. Man, KT.RY is being challenged heavily right now. The only thing making this or the only thing not making this a perfect game anymore here for Fennel is a tower takedown in the top lane. But everything else has been perfect so far.
Yeah, it's now Fennel's game to lose, right? With this point in the game, and I'm looking at the KDA so far, 100% kill participation so far for this Evelyn 602. That is a beast right there on the hands of Chaz. Evelyn is so strong, can just choose a target. Maybe even the charm doesn't hit, could still be able to just assassinate a target, and that is on the minds right now of KT.RY. They need to dodge out the assassination potential of this Evelyn, while Fennel right now is looking where KT.RY is. They are moving up into this Baron though.
Oh, Orthros actually flashing in might actually be key to the victory of Luna, because now Helios has to flash away. Being left out, they're still able to tank the damage here. Orthros being left out, Daw going in. There's a barrage connecting onto Danny as well. This might be huge for KT.RY. They got the kill already onto 1. Chad chasing down Daw, will be able to shut them down. Charm is here connected onto 0, but will he actually go? The answer is yes, and immediately regrets it. And KT.RY spots it up again. But they've been pushed though by Spell. This might be an opportunity here for Fennel, because at this game, towards a member of KT.RY, because Danny and Helios are still here. They're stalling out the recall, they're preventing them from actually backing away. They don't have any flash. They need to be very careful. It looks like they're just gonna be walking away for now.
Yeah, and I thought the Jax was gonna be able to push down inhibitor turret and maybe threaten the Nexus, but the Fiora was there for the assist to be able to defend their base. But looking into this replay right here, we do see, as you mentioned, Arthos going in, and they didn't know. I think the Fennel went in there with a bit of a 50-50 mindset, not knowing where everyone was in the KT roster, so they weren't able to deal the damage, even though Arthos was tanking up so much damage. They're lucky here to be able to get at least a 1-for-1. This could have been more dicey from Fennel, but actually Chaz falling at the end. What a good flash as well. Timed by 0. It was a 2-for-1 in the end in favor of KT.RY, although it seemed a bit dicey as well because of the split push coming for the Jacks.
Yeah, now Fennel's feeling the pressure. They're sensing that KT.RY is starting to fight back, starting to actually have impact in their damage, and especially now having the confidence right now to resist Fennel. This happened already before. This happened in game number 1. Just one fight to change it all. And the second fight to close it all up. Now Elder Dragon being spawned up. Fennel, can they secure this?
Yeah, we'll see. They need to secure this or it's gonna be deja vu from game 1.
He will commit onto 0. He's a very, very tanky dude. This is the Gragas that can just walk away and heal himself back to full health with the Swarmugs. So they go back to Elder again.
Tremendous respect being shown right here by KT.RY in terms of spacing. This Elder Drake is falling so fast.
Melting, and they will secure. Ooh, that was so close. But now that is a bit of a stall time here by Arthros. Now they do have the Elder Dragon. 0 might need to be very careful though as well. They're jumping away at least. Mirage connects onto Spelt and Helios. They turn to the Baron next.
Yeah. Oh my god.
They got him! That was weird! It was weird coming in for KT.RY. Why was he there? 0 getting caught out might just be the key here for Fennel to actually secure this Baron.
Oh my god.
Now, this might be difficult here for Luna. Goes Golden, tries to back away, tries to Rift Talk, does have a faster cooldown on his. Will be able to at least be safe.
Yeah, again, KT.RY, they feel the pressure. They feel like they need to go on this Baron and check. And Fennel's just waiting for them. Oh, you're probably gonna check. We'll just stand here and wait for you to come to us. And that's why 0 died, and that's why Luna almost lost his life as well. Baron secured for the side of Fennel, 11-2 in kills. But the thing is, some of the late game builds from KT.RY are online. If given the chance, they can dish out the damage against Fennel.
And now they have they basically have the Infinity Stone right now, Infinity Gauntlet. Now the question is, what do they do with this? Are they going to be able to fully utilize these amount of lead and scaling massive objectives, massive buffs to end this game and push it to game number 3? Chaz is stalking. Acrobat will spot him out. Oh, bro. Now goes Golden. Is it going to be enough to actually take? The answer is going to be called out here for that Bell to be taken down, able to still stay alive. Dodge and impenetrates here in the bottom lane. Will not get the kill onto Danny. Now it's going to be time for Fennel to run it down here in the mid lane. They get the Fiora as well. And it's just relentless pursuit of Fennel pushing us to game 3.
Fennel Adversity grabs game 2, gets the win, puts us in game